Hi everybody, this is Lara at pureelliottwave.com. I'm going to be presenting as part of this FX Traders Edge Elliott Wave forecasting event on the 17th of August. I'm putting a link in the description box for this video. Please click on the link and go on through to this page and register for this event. You'll be giving me a lot of support by doing that. So that's what I get your support, but you get a whole bunch of free stuff. You get an hour's access to my analysis. I'll be covering Bitcoin and the S&P 500 live with you. And if I have time, I'll also cover NASDAQ. But wait, there's more. If you register for this event, you'll also have an exclusive offer to sign up for a free month of my Pure Elliott Wave Weekly on my website, pureelliottwave.com. That's once a week analysis of Bitcoin and the S&P 500 and gold and US oil for a whole month free. But wait, there's even more. If you register for this event, you're also going to get the opportunity to sign up and get a free copy of my ebook, Pure Elliott Wave. The rules in my book, which took me years to write, the rules are exactly the same as Frost and Preachter's classic Elliott Wave principle, but I've written it to try and be as clear and concise as possible. But wait, there's more. You'll also go in a draw to win one free lifetime access to my online course, Learn Pure Elliott Wave, which is normally priced at $395. Not only am I a CMT, Chartered Market Technician, not only do I have over a decade of experience, I've been analysing markets since 2008, I'm also a trained, professionally qualified New Zealand secondary school teacher. I used to teach high school science, biology and geography. So coming from that angle, I've created some totally unique learning exercises as part of this course. If you're a kinesthetic learner, you'll learn by doing, and I find those learners the hardest to reach. So I've got some truly unique learning exercises to teach you Elliott Wave structures. There's 20 lessons. Most of them have quizzes or further reading, and as part of your access to the course, you'll have me supporting you via email to help you with your learning Elliott Wave. So there's a whole bunch of really good reasons for you to click on this link and register with FX Traders Edge, and if you do so, you'll be giving me a lot of support, and I really appreciate your support. Thank you. Next on my list is NEO-Coin. My list is now really long, guys. It's at 27. I'm going to do my best to get one extra analysis a day done for you, but at a rate of 27 on my list, even if I do one a day for the next month, I'm only going to just get there. So if you've asked for me to analyse another coin for you, please, your patience is appreciated. And if anyone wants to get snippy with me about how long it's taking me, well then I'll just block you and take your coin off the list. So that's how that works. This was when did I last update this? Oh crikey, a long time ago. This was my analysis. I was expecting a second wave at cycle degree was over there. I'm going to put in, this is what it looks like, I think. Cycle 1 and 2 over, cycle primary 1 and 2 over. What about the daily chart? Okay, so last time I had cycle 2 over here, and then I was considering primary 1 and 2 over here. That's obviously wrong and invalid, and so let's update this. First of all, let's put primary 1 up here and primary 2 down here and see how that works. And I think primary 1 is probably going to have to be relabeled. I'll just do that real quick. Let's look at the weekly chart and then bring it in. How would I want to label this? I think I want to put, I don't know, do I want to see an extended fifth wave? What about this? I think, yeah, that's going to be wrong. I think you're going to have to see this and this here. Oh yeah, that's going to work. Let's go down to the daily chart. Yeah, now I think intermediate 3 is going to have a nice look as an impulse. Nope. Oh, is that a triangle? No, that's not a triangle. Let's put that. Where's the low? Is this it? It's here. Yeah, that's a good 3-wave structure. Let's see. Minor 3 here. I'm looking at MACD at the bottom of my chart down here. Minor 3 exhibits stronger momentum than minor 1. Intermediate 3, the end of it exhibits strongest momentum, and there's a little bit of divergence at the end for the fifth wave to end primary wave 1. That's cool. That looks pretty good. Oh my goodness, I think I got the best wave of my time here in La Saladita just a couple of days ago. I put the video of it, I had my camera facing forward. I put the video of it on my Twitter channel. Actually, I was so pleased with it. If you follow me on Twitter, you can go and have a look at that. Sometimes when I'm surfing a wave in the ocean, I take my GoPro out and I hold it forward as I surf the wave. And as a surfer, I really like that because it shows you, when you replay it, exactly what it feels like to surf that wave. Is this going to be a diagonal? I don't know. Is this going to work? No. Motive Wave says no. I say no. That's a no. Is this? No, I wouldn't want to put that there as a diagonal, I think. I don't know that there's really too much in trying to see the subdivisions of this. I think I'm probably best spending my time on primary wave 2. So I think I'm going to leave that here. It's not ideal, but I think it's eventually going to work one way or the other. Let's have a look at primary 2. Oh, it's rather large, isn't it? Where's the low? Down here, I think. Having a cursory look at it from this point of view, let's jump back onto the weekly chart level. Primary 2, could it be a double zigzag? This looks like a 5 down to here. A, B, C, X, A, B, C. I think C would be really problematic. Oh, I don't know about this. Oh, unless it's a ending diagonal. Could be. I'm just going to go back to the weekly to chuck those labels in there and then have a look at those subdivisions at a lower time frame. Yeah. A and C of W look really good. Oh, there's going to be an overlap there, though, isn't there? With an A. Okay, not so good. This looks good. X looks good, brief and shallow. X waves and double zigzags should be brief and shallow. Not sure about Y. Oh, actually no, maybe this could actually work. Long A and this is B and there's C. Okay, let's look at this at the daily chart level now. Let's go back over to look at minor A. Oh, I think, could it be over here? And minor B could be an expanded flat. I'm just checking that C moves beyond the end of A, and it does, so there's no truncation, it's not a running flat. Minute B looks like a double zigzag. Now minor A looks like a pretty good 5-wave impulse. Let's expand that out so we can have a better look at that. I think maybe is minute 1 some kind of diagonal? Could be. I'm checking the wavelengths. Expand this out so I can see that more clearly, see those wavelengths. 3 is shorter than 1, 5 is shorter than 3, 4 is shorter than 2. So the wavelengths work. The trend lines are not ideal, but they're okay. Okay, that'll do, that'll do. Not perfect, there's a little overshoot here. Diagonal trend lines normally should be adhered to quite strictly. It does look like they're slightly converging. I think this meets the rules. It's not the perfect look. That's okay. I'm not going to, with a little coin like this, worry too much about the perfect look. I think maybe minute B was maybe a double zigzag. Okay, I don't want to worry about so much about the corrective structures. I think we've got an overlap here as well. Is this a leading diagonal, possibly? 3 is shorter than 1, 5 is shorter than 3, 4 is shorter than 2, 4 overlaps 1. Trend lines diverge. Yep, that'll be fine. 2 looks like a zigzag, single zigzag or double zigzag. I think double zigzag, actually. I'm thinking because this looks like a 3 and this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is a corrective count, not an impulsive count. So let's put a double zigzag in there and I'll show you what I'm seeing. Nope, put this up here. I think B is a little triangle in there. And now A is a really nice looking 5-wave impulse. No, put this up here, thank you. And this down here, yeah, like that. And don't worry about X, it looks like a zigzag. Yeah, Y looks like a zigzag. Why are you not putting that label up right, motive wave? There you go. Okay, 3, 4, 5. So W is okay. X, that'll be okay. So Y, now this is the key to the wave count. Is Y going to be a complete structure? What's the low? 7.97283, 7.98. Okay, ooh, that's a problem. Oh, darn, I don't like truncations. Ooh, this is going to be a bit of a problem. How is this going to work? Oh, I don't like that at all. Oh, let's see. Very long extended A wave. Let's have a look at this. Oh, I see. Okay, that's going to work. Nice. Or is it? Is this going to fit as an expanded flat for minute 4? C has moved beyond the end of A. Yes, a truncation is avoided. And now minute 5, pink circle, 5 moves beyond the end of 3. A truncation is avoided. I don't really like that very, very short wave C in relation to wave A. So here's an obvious alternate idea, if you've spotted it. Well, who spotted this one? What's the obvious alternate for this? I'll show you what I'm saying. This is the obvious alternate. Minor B is continuing. Where's the invalidation point? Up here. So we need to see a new high above 29.533884 for NEO coin to have confidence that primary 2 is over, or at least intermediate Y within primary 2 should be over. And that's a long way away. From a classic analysis perspective, that would be a new mid-swing high or a new mid-term swing high. So short-term swing highs, a mid-term swing high. That would give quite a lot of confidence that this is over. I'm just going to pop that in. So that is my alternate for NEO coin. This is my main wave count for NEO coin. It's got a problem with this very short C wave. Now I could try and see, is there another way of labelling it, but I don't think I want to spend that much time on it. I want to have a look now at classic analysis and see, is there any solid technical evidence for sustained low down here. I note a bullish candlestick pattern here for the 13th of July. This is a bullish engulfing candlestick pattern. Does it have support from volume? First of all, at the weekly chart level, let's go back and look at prior lows for NEO coin and see how it behaved. Let's have a look at this one in December 2018. At this low here, this is a morning doji star bullish candlestick reversal pattern. The third candlestick, this green candlestick here, has support from volume. Volume is 960.4 million. The prior 2 sessions, 716. This downward session, 1.0 billion. So only the third one has an increase in volume. It's increasing from the previous downward session, so there is some increase on this green candlestick beyond the prior, not session, week. So that's bullish. On balance volume at this low would have given no bullish signal. It wouldn't have been up until here that it gave a bullish signal. On balance volume made new lows with price down here, no bullish divergence. RSI at the low at the weekly chart level just barely dips into oversold. Has it done that before or since? No, that's the first time it managed to do that. And so I would read that perversely as, because that's an extreme oversold indicator, that would be a bullish signal coming with a bullish candlestick pattern where the third candlestick had support from volume. I would have expected that low to be sustained. Money flow index reached oversold here. There would have been bullish divergence, not very strong, but between this point here And this point here, price is closing lower, money flow index is moving higher. There's some bullish divergence after money flow index reached oversold. ADX at the end of the downward trend just tells us there's a downward trend in place. It took a while to catch up. Stochastics remained oversold for most of that downward trend. And for this one as well, ATR appears to mirror price. As price falls, ATR volatility declines. Let's look at the next low. This low here, on a closing basis, 5.776743, the close is higher but the low is lower. So NEO did reach a new low, but it didn't close to a new low. And then it moves up off this low quite slowly with really small range candles with initially weak and declining volume. So that would have been quite hard to pick from a volume point of view. There's no bullish candlestick pattern at this low either. There's bullish divergence, I think, between price and on-balance volume. The close of this week here, 8.562039. The close of this week, 5.77. Price is closing lower at this point. On-balance volume is moving higher. Bullish divergence there. Likewise, RSI moving slightly higher as price is closing lower, but RSI here didn't get so close to oversold. Money flow index showing strong bullish divergence. ADX indicating a downward trend, but it didn't reach extreme. Stochastics also showing bullish divergence. And ATR increasing toward the end of that downward movement, an increase in volatility at that low. Now let's compare and contrast that to the last low for the week beginning 10th of July. The low, 7.82649. At this low here we have a bullish candlestick pattern. This is a dragonfly doji. It's a really good one too. Let's see what context this comes in. After this low, the dragonfly doji, the following 2 weeks close green and volume is pushing price higher. Volume from these last completed 2 green weeks is higher than the previous red weeks, so buyers are starting to come in. That's bullish. However, during this downward movement I notice here, volume pushing price higher, and yet price continued to fall lower as volume declines as price falls of its own weight. So just because volume is pushing price higher for these 2 weeks doesn't mean the low is in. There's some long-term bullish divergence here between on-balance volume and price on a closing basis. Here the close is 29.604712, on-balance volume is down here, and here at the low the close is 9.248235. Price is closing a lot lower, and yet on-balance volume is higher. So that's bullish divergence. We don't see the same thing between price and RSI unless we look at this week, just a few weeks prior. The close here, 8.517786. The close here, prices, there's no bullish divergence there. Price is closing higher and so is RSI. So no divergence here at the low between price and RSI. Looks like there's going to be some really strong divergence between price and money flow index though. This low here, the close, 17.809. Price is closed a lot lower down here, but money flow index has moved a lot higher. Between these 2 points, downward movement in price is not coming with a normal corresponding low in money flow index. This indicates weakness in price, which is bullish divergence. At this low here, ADX indicates a downward trend, but it's a very long way from being extreme. We've seen that before though at previous sustained lows. Stochastics reaches oversold and it's still oversold. And ATR declining to the low. I think, given that there's a bullish candlestick reversal pattern and good bullish divergence between on-balance volume and price and money flow index and price at the weekly chart level, that indicates the possibility of a sustained low. But let's have a look at the daily chart now. I'll just look at this low for the daily chart. At this low here, on the 13th of July 2022, there is a strong bullish candlestick reversal pattern. This is a bullish engulfing pattern and it has a bullish long lower wick. It also comes with support from volume, and volume is pushing price higher. This volume profile is bullish. Volume supports upward movement, and on downward sessions it's lighter and declining. I've just added a trend line to on-balance volume. It would have broken above resistance on this session, the 15th of July, and that would have given a bullish signal. RSI is in neutral territory. There is some bullish divergence between price and RSI on a closing basis. The close here, 8.18, and the close here, 8.08. Price is closed lower, but RSI has moved higher. So there is some bullish divergence between price and RSI at the low, and stronger bullish divergence between price and money flow index at the low. ADX does not manage to reach extreme for the downward trend. ADX continues to decline through this trend while the DX lines whipsaw. So there was no extreme downward trend. Stochastics back in neutral territory, probably also exhibited some bullish divergence, and ATR tended to mirror price, declining as price falls, flattening off as we see a rounded bottom. It's possible that NEO has found a low. It's possible with a completed Elliott Wave structure, bullish candlestick reversal pattern at the weekly and daily chart level, bullish signal from on-balance volume, bullish divergence between price and RSI and price and money flow index and on-balance volume. It does look like it's possible that NEO has found a low. The bottom line would be invalidation of this more bearish Elliott Wave count, because I don't like this really short little C wave for my bullish Elliott Wave count. So it must be understood that this alternate idea is entirely valid. Minor B could continue higher, but it may not move beyond the start of A above 29.533884. That's my conclusion for NEO. Probably found a low, but here's the price point beyond which you're going to have confidence. For a very long-term outlook, I think it's still probably a reasonable risk-reward ratio. That's all for me with this analysis. Thank you so much for your support, and if you haven't signed up to register for that presentation I'm doing on the 17th of August, your registering for that gives me quite a lot of support. The more registrants I have, the better, and the more exposure I'll get. So I thank you so much for your support if you're registering there, and you get a whole bunch of free giveaways. Thank you.